Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talking Chronos. Now ever since I picked up my Grand Seiko SOGA019, I've been diving deeper into the world of Grand Seiko, and let's just say I'm hooked. That Lake Suwa dial and spring drive movement pulled me in, but now I'm wondering, what other surprises are out there? Now if you haven't seen my full review and Japan purchase experience on the Lake Suwa yet, I'll go ahead and drop a link below. Definitely check it out. So I'm really on a mission to explore more of what Grand Seiko has to offer. Now using the Grand Seiko store locator, I found the Grand Seiko Salon at Birch in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Let's head over there and see what they've got in store. Will they have something rare or exclusive? Maybe the new UFA spring drive caliber or something that rivals the Lake Suwa dial. Let's go and find out. Now, if you grew up in the 90s like I did, Birch was probably that familiar name you'd see at your local mall, quietly timeless and part of the everyday landscape. What I'm about to show you is something entirely different. This isn't just a store, it's an evolution of a legacy. Today, I'm stepping into the new Birch Flagship store and want to take you with me. From the moment I walked in through those doors, I was honestly taken aback. This space doesn't just showcase jewelry and timepieces, it really celebrates them. And being here, you immediately feel the shift like you're witnessing a bold new chapter in a story that's been over a century in the making. Now for a bit of quick history. Birch has been a family-run jeweler for over 110 years, founded in 1912 in Seattle, Washington. What started as a single store has grown into a respected name in luxury jewelry and timepieces across the United States. Known for their commitment to quality, personalized service, and expert craftsmanship, Birch has built a legacy rooted in trust, and it shows in every detail of this new flagship store. Now being in the store, it's kind of like being a kid in a candy store. Seriously, you're surrounded by all this incredible jewelry and jaw-dropping timepieces from a well-curated collection of brands, and it's like, where do you even start? And there's something about the vibe and atmosphere here that really just pulls you in. Now you'll find a beautiful collection of both women's and men's jewelry, along with responsibly sourced diamonds, and that's something incredibly important in today's world. No matter what you're into, whether you're into sparkling diamonds or timepieces, it really feels like you can get lost in whatever experience you're craving. The warm oak floors and matching wood ceiling panels wrap up the space in a cozy and elegant atmosphere. The lighting sets a soft focus glow that makes everything feels like a curated gallery, and you have this beautiful bar where you can just sit down and take it in, get some refreshments such as coffee or even that champagne for those joyous moments. And if you're into watches like I am, you'll be happy to know that Birch carries an impressive lineup of both new and pre-owned timepieces. They offer a huge selection of brands, and what each store has to offer will vary from one to the other. At this location specifically, you have the ability to browse through a selection from Tag Heuer, Tissot, Hamilton, G-Shock, Longines. And you have brands such as Breitling, which has more of its own dedicated space, showcasing design elements in line with its brand. And the same can be said for Tudor. Now this is a brand that I am admittedly growing to appreciate more and more. Now there is also a private, elegant room where you can receive your treasured jewelry or timepiece, perfect for celebrations, milestones, or just for making that experience truly unforgettable. Now for the star of the show, the Grand Seiko Salon. Stepping into the salon, you're immediately transported into Grand Seiko's world, where precision, artistry, and Japanese craftsmanship take center stage. Every detail from the minimalist elegance of the decor to the way each timepiece is displayed echoes the brand's philosophy, the nature of time. Whether you're here to explore iconic pieces like the snowflake or dive into deeper stories behind their mechanical marvels, the salon is more than just a showroom. It's a curated experience. You're not just looking at watches, you're connecting with the craftsmanship, the heritage, and the quiet brilliance that defines Grand Seiko. Now, as soon as I was greeted, I knew we were about to get into something special. The staff, super friendly, like talking to a fellow collector. My personal jeweler didn't just hand me the watch. We actually connected over our love for Grand Seiko, the heritage, the craftsmanship, all of it. Before I knew it, we were geeking out over Zaratsu polishing and dial textures like old friends. Here we have the Shunbun, the SPGA 413 from the Heritage Collection, and wow, just look at that dial. Inspired by sakura petals floating gently on water, it honestly is way less pink than I expected. In most lighting, it leans more towards this soft silvery glisten that's just mesmerizing. Now let's check out a few pieces from the Elegance collection, and these are your more dressy pieces. And right here is the stunning SPGY 007, also known as the Omiwatari. This dial is really something else. It's inspired by the frozen surface of Lake Suwa, and you can literally see the textured patterns like cracked ice shimmering in the light. Next up, one of my own personal favorites, the SBGM 221. And this one's a classic. It's a true GMT, meaning you can independently set the local hour hand while keeping track of a second time zone. And that's a feature usually found on more pricier watches. Now let's take a moment to appreciate what really sets Grand Seiko apart, the dials. From the Heritage Collection, we have the SBGH 347, from which the dial is inspired by the serene beauty of the frozen falls in Iwate Prefecture. Meet the SBGH 343, Sakura-Wakaba. Inspired by early spring, this dial blends cherry blossoms and fresh green leaves into one stunning harmony. The SBGJ 259 GMT, Urban Bamboo. Inspired by a bamboo garden path, the dial is dynamic with a striated pattern and the green tones shift with light. The SBGJ 273 Yuka Momiji is a tribute to autumn in Japan. Its deep red striated dial is a vivid expression of the season's fleeting beauty. Moving on to the Sport Collection, here we have the SBGJ 277, which is a mechanical high-beat GMT evoking Snow Valley, or Sekkei in Japanese. Its wide dial, textured like a snow valley, contrasts elegantly with the green of the rotating bezel, echoing the lushness of a summer mountain. The two-tone green and white bezel along with the wide dial really stands out to me, and I think it's going to look great. Now let's take off the Lake Suwa and try on this GMT. Here's a good look at the 3-fold clasp, and let's do a quick wrist roll. The watch is about 44 millimeters in diameter and has a dual curved sapphire crystal with 200 meters of water resistance. This is how it looks on my 7-inch wrist. Man, check out that dial and bezel combo. It looks stunning. The bi-directional 24-hour bezel is crisp and features a durable sapphire overlay protecting the luminous Lumibrite material beneath it. Man, I'm really loving this piece. Now let's go ahead and take this off and give it a quick wind. The watch winds beautifully and it's all very smooth. Now the case is about 14 millimeters, but as you can see, it's not too thick. Most Grand Seikos don't have lume, and it's really cool to see this on the metal in the sports collection. Lumibrite is applied in the white area of the two-tone bezel, as well as the numerals in the green area, which means that the bezel can be consulted in the dark. It's also applied on the hour and minute hands, the hour indices, and the rotating bezel's triangular marker at 12 o'clock. Crafted in stainless steel, there's definitely some weight to this thing. Check out the bracelet, which features finely brushed surfaces and mirror polish accents using the brand signature Zaratsu polishing technique. The hand craftsmanship is something you can really appreciate. It's powered by the high-V caliber 9S86 with an accuracy of +5 -3 per day, surpassing chronometer standards with a 55-hour power reserve. Now let's get back to trying on this fan favorite, the Omiwatari SVGY 007. And here's a quick wrist roll. So I'm really loving the dial, which is a Lake Suwa frozen over. That ice blue hue looks really good. And here it is in comparison with my SLGA 019, and they really both look amazing. Now something I really love is the Purist design. If you notice, there isn't a date window or power reserve indicator on the dial. It really allows you to truly appreciate the intricate dial for what it is and take it all in. The rounded stainless steel case is 38 millimeters in diameter. It wears very comfortably on the crocodile leather strap with the deploying clasp, and it was designed to easily slip under a shirt cuff. Just look how thin the profile is. It'll look good in both dress up or dress down occasions. You have dual curved sapphire crystals, and a new adaptation of Zaratsu polishing was developed to address the challenge of creating a distortion-free finish on a curved surface. Now the case thickness is just 10 millimeters, and again, it's a really slim profile. You have a genuine crocodile leather strap in a rich black finish on the top surface with a uniform crocodile scale pattern. I do like the contrast blue stitching as well. Here's a good look at the deploying clasp, which is well constructed. Now on the back side, you can see that it is blue, and we have a peek at the hand-wound spring drive 9R31 movement. One of the first things you'll notice is that the power reserve is on the movement side. It's beautifully decorated and I can stare at the exposed jewels, tempered screws, and gear train all day. The accuracy is plus minus 15 seconds per month or plus minus 1 second per day, and you have approximately 72 hours of power reserve. Also, fun fact, the 9R31 is the thinnest spring drive caliber produced by the Shinsu Watch Studio. Next up is the Evolution 9 SLGA023 Ushio's Diver's Watch in Grand Seiko's Blue. Take a look at that clasp, which has a secure lock, diver's extension, and push release, and has everything you'd want in a sports diver's watch. Man, this thing's a stunner, and the blue dial and bezel go together beautifully. The watch has 200 meters of water resistance and is handcrafted from high-intensity titanium. The case is 44 millimeters in diameter and 14 millimeters in thickness. Honestly, it's a fairly large watch, though the lightweight titanium material makes it easier to wear on the wrist. The unidirectional bezel is very wide and sports a blue ceramic insert and some serious cutouts around its periphery for better grip. The hands, indexes, and the pip on the bezel are filled with Lumibrite, and the rest of the markings on the bezel are in white. The only cause for pause is a larger dimension of the case, as the specs on paper can sound intimidating for some, but the ergonomics of the Evolution 9 design and the use of titanium material make it wear more manageably than the dimensions suggest. Now check out the bracelet. You have this beautiful mix of satin brushing across the top of the links, paired with subtle Zaratsu polished facets along the edges. The secure lock and push button release 3-fold clasp and solid slide adjuster has you covered if you need some on-the-fly adjustability, especially if you're rocking it over a wetsuit or really just need some flexibility on a hot day. It's powered by the 9RA5 string drive movement with an accuracy of plus minus 10 seconds per month or plus minus 0.5 seconds a day, and has a power reserve of 5 days. Here it is together with my SLGA019. Man, check out both of these dials, and they're both inspired by water. You can really see the tidal waves and the sway of water right before you. Now both of these dials are super gorgeous, and I can really lose track of time staring at them all day long. Now you know we have to check out the SLGC001 Tentagraph. This thing looks amazing. It has a rich deep blue dial inspired by the ridges of Mount Iwate, which is visible from the Grand Seiko Studio Shizukushi where the watch is crafted. Take a look at how it looks on the wrist. You have a traditional 369 dial layout with the date at 4:30, surrounded by a trapezoid hour marker and black ceramic bezel. You'll see that the pushers are mushroom style, which adds a bit of playfulness to the mix. You have a box-shaped sapphire crystal and 100 meters of water resistance. The case is 43 millimeters in diameter with a thickness of 15 millimeters, and it's also crafted of high-intensity titanium. It wears like many other bulky chronographs do, but the Evolution 9 design plus lightweight titanium material makes it a lot more wearable. Again, being a sports watch, you do have Lumibrite on the hands and indexes. You have this beautiful titanium bracelet with 3-fold clasp and push button release, and it's finished with a mix of satin brushing across the top of the links, paired with subtle Zaratsu polished facets along the edges. You have a 4-hole micro adjust clasp, which is a welcome feature. It's powered by Grand Seiko's very first in-house chronograph movement, the 9SC5. Its name reflects its key attributes: a 10 beat per second movement, a 3-day power reserve, automatic chronograph, and you have an accuracy with a daily mean of -3 to +5 seconds per day. It's really a stunning looking movement, and I can stare at the polished screw heads, exposed jewels, and all the intricate finishing details of the matte striping and perlage all day. Now on to the Evolution 9 SLGH005 High Beat White Birch, or Shirakaba in Japanese. Man, check out that dial, guys. It's inspired by the white birch tree forest near Grand Seiko Studio Shizukushi, and it's absolutely stunning. That dial has a strong whitish silver metallic color that reflects light like no other, and the texture itself is highly impressive. You have a box-shaped sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance, and the case is 40 millimeters with a thickness of about 12 millimeters, and it's crafted of stainless steel. It's ultra sharp and superbly executed with brush surfaces and distortion-free polish details from, again, that famous Zaratsu polishing. The flat surfaces of the bracelet is brushed with polished sides and features a 3-fold clasp. Take a peek at that caliber 9SA5 movement. It is a high beat movement operating at 36,000 vibrations per hour with an impressive 80-hour power reserve and an accuracy of +5 to -3 seconds per day. It's slimmer than previous iterations of the movement, and the decoration has been upgraded. The bridges are nicely curved with polished bevels on the edges and a more subtle wave pattern on the flat surfaces. The oscillating weight comes with a new, lighter, and more open design, allowing for a better view on the very nicely decorated movement. Again, I could stare at this for hours and it's completely mesmerizing. Lastly, we have the Evolution 9 SLGA009 spring drive version of the White Birch Shirakaba. This dial is also inspired by Treeforest, but by the Shinsu watch studio where all the Grand Seiko spring drive watches are crafted. The spring drive version, as you can see here, has a dial that has more white in appearance than silver. The texture of the dial to me is more refined and the pattern is more structured. You have a dual curved sapphire crystal and 100 meters of water resistance. The case diameter is 40 millimeters with a thickness of about 12 millimeters, and it's crafted of stainless steel. It wears very nice on the wrist and the proportions are really just perfect. The bracelet is seriously well done. Full stainless steel, so you know that it's got some nice weight. It's solid, but also very super comfortable to wear on the wrist. You get this great mix of brushed and Zaratsu polished finishes, and the light just dances across it. The attention to detail is really superb. Now let's flip it over and check out the Spring Drive 9RA2. You're getting 120 hours of power reserve, and that's 5 full days with insane accuracy, plus or minus 10 seconds per month, or plus minus 0.5 seconds a day. And just look at it. The frosted plates, tempered blued screws, perfectly polished edges, and the rotor glides with almost no sound. It's like watching time flow, literally. Spring drive has always been something special, but the 9RA2 just takes it to a whole nother level. Let's take a look at both of the White Birch models next to each other. They're crafted independently at both Grand Seiko's watch studios, and they have their own subtle differences. Fun fact, there's been a competitive rivalry between the two studios since the brand's inception, and it's really cool to check both of these out in person. The SLGA009 spring drive version on the left, as you can see here, has a dial that's more white in appearance than silver. The texture of the dial to me is more refined and the pattern is more structured. The high-beat SLGA005 dial is more silver in appearance and the texture is a little bit more noticeable. Both dials catches the light a little differently, and it's really a toss-up depending on your preference. Personally, I think I like the spring drive version a little bit more. Now, the new UFA spring drive models weren't available in store yet, as a US release has been delayed, but I've went ahead and put my name down on an interest list and hope to be able to check it out soon. And now, a surprise for those of you who stay to the very end. Rolex fans, this one's for you. Bridge in Rancho Cucamonga is now officially an authorized Rolex dealer for the Inland Empire. And yes, the showroom is coming very soon. Thanks again for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help the channel out, and make sure to check out some of these other videos. Thanks again, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.